Hey, who's ready to watch me do stupid stuff? It's you. Sit down. Don't go away. Watch me do stupid stuff. Good.
What could it mean?
Who knows? A lot of paper on
to
the
the
floor
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think I did that last time, though. So, like, maybe I'll go the other way this time. Because there's got to be something to do this way that I missed.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Why didn't you fucking tell me, man?
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What an asshole. He's just not telling me anything.
Standing now in this incredible
this place is ugly.
Stanley but eager to get back to business.
That's right.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, is that where I just went? No. No. I ran away from the boss's office. Was there a choice over there?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Find out if this
walked
is
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Sure did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure. I have to put in the secret passcode. It was...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Luck. Well, time to go down. The proper way this time, I guess. Go through all that again. I can't remember... Oh, right, that's right. I guess I'll just listen to him all the way at the end this time. And actually turn off.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I could go to my gruesome death.
This passageway had the word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That sounds awesome.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I feel like I've passed more lights. It's fine. I'm losing my mind.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious,
going to my violent
death and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. Here it comes. Sweet. Is that actually what just happened? Did I actually just kill myself? Oh. Oh. Oh, it's much worse. You didn't say it was a violently painful death.
Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. It reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know
that looks frightfully too slow. There's going to be several seconds of intense pain.
Of no great loss by plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
I'm gonna have to put my hands like this in hopes that I just don't hear it. Maybe that'll help it go by faster. Here we go. Ooh, squish. What? I was thinking small. Let's go. Oh, thanks.
As Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Fairly. It looks kind of slower than that. Oh! Just go this way. Narrator's going to be pissed that I found the adventure.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
That's a good
When
question.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Nature paintings. Stanley's computer. Very nice. Very nice. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors is the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout. Remains almost identical to the first iteration. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, the line adventure takes us through here. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh man, I've been trying to make it faster. You have no idea. Filing cabinets, that they are. Office computers. Oh, there was one with solitaire? Sorry. Right. Two doors. The set of two doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. The office. Okay, fine. The selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized sound. Oh. Credits. Very nice. Good to credit people. Everybody deserves credit. I like a museum. Boss's office. Ooh. That is kind of neat. Office clock. Yeah. Yeah. These rooms feel not attached. I was close. Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from the early takes that were not used in the final game. How do I get it?
Then he pushed the number 4. Stanley pushed the number 6.
Wait. Yeah, no, never mind. I thought I heard like maybe a numbers code. Oh, crazy person. Underground, the other version of the underground portion of the game. Oh, yeah, and instead they made the escape a little bit more subtle. It's still not super subtle, but it's definitely more subtle. Freedom ending. This is the first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. I don't even think I found that yet. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it is listed in beta. Oh, this is probably the freedom ending. Or not. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember this was up, what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. This looks like a level in Half-Life. The game is now paused. In the game again. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. That's fair. That is fair. Whoa. Sending levers. Well, I don't know anything about the sending, so. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers. I think I remember seeing most of them because I remember watching a lot of the YouTube stuff for this when it was first coming out. And yeah, it looked awesome from the get-go. And it looks like it hasn't gotten worse. It's just still awesome. One option. Underwriting maintenance to the lounge. Oh, yeah. Do confusion ending. Yeah, that's... The other entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. Interesting. Game room. Oh. Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first doors was important to get right since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. That makes sense. The apartment timer. Okay. Previous versions, choice leading to the apartment ending. A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. Cargo lift. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I've read so many things. Time to go. These are screenshots. Oh, okay. Neat. Sergey asking the narrator. Well, the thing I want to know is what. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? Oh, I get that reference. That movie was awful and hilarious, but awful. What is the difference between a duck? Shit. I'm not even going to tell you what the movie was, because it's one of those things where it's like, if you know, good for you. If you don't want to. It's not really worth it. It's fucking stupid. Oh, and I still love it. Warzone. What? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters. Oh, yeah, you don't want to make it seem like you're... Yeah. That's why I feel like It Takes Two and stuff like that are doing a better way, are doing a really good job of incorporating different gameplay methods in there without feeling like you're trying to make fun of any of them in particular. I think it's on the other side. Because you don't want to do that. Well, unless you want to do that. You don't want them thinking that that's what you're trying to do when you don't want to do that, obviously. And if you want to do that, then I guess that's your goal, and that's completely different. I have managed to say absolutely nothing. Hello, I'm a politician. I'm running for no office because you don't want that.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Good pacing.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
That's true. That is how love works.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Like that? Is that how that was merged in? Is that because it was in the
all of his co-workers
thing? It was like nobody figured it out. No, it was scrapped, but
this isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Wait, what? Shit! Didn't even look. Well. Onwards to somewhere. I don't know what's left. I feel like we've done just about everything, right? This game's
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Didn't want to do that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Haha! Nothing weird going on here. Nothing to worry about. I feel like I was supposed to be told something there, and I can't quite remember what it was. Well, I guess I'm going to the mind
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh my God!
Nature revealed.
Panicking.
Each bore the number of an employee in
Rich?
the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, I don't know if that's true. Doesn't freedom already really mean nothing?
Control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Everyone is only really as free as they want to be. That's not
to
true at all.
Blindly?
There's a lot of people that are not as free as they want to be.
No. He refused to believe
almost,
it.
actually.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Oh, not a once.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't know about that.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I want to understand. I want to turn the power on and then try the big red button. But you've already seen me throw myself at those buttons once.
And when at last he found the...
We haven't seen this yet. Oh, that's it. That makes sense.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
So I was about to say back to the office.
Was it over?
Yeah? You tell me. I'm not the one who knows.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Can't move.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
But I kind of
Freedom was mere moments away.
I am moving now.
And yet,
is that what this is?
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
That fern never became
but
important
happiness.
again.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
oh, there we go.
it will be his. And that was all.
Look, I'm in a
he needed
movie
to know.
theater.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
Didn't expect to
the
fully
immense
lose control of my
possibility
body.
the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that's good. Because he's going back. Complete the Stanley. Oh, well, never mind. I got the achievement for beat the game. Sorry, it took me an hour and 20 minutes, guys. This feels different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
I wonder. I'm just gonna. 1 moment. The entire duration of a Tuesday? Man, I'm not getting a lot of
Stanley
those
knew it
achievements.
perfectly well.
I'm gonna find door
Perhaps he wanted to
430.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Might
it.
not be possible anymore.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach,
Ah.
but eager to
Got the
get back
achievement
to
for
business.
not being able to jump
Stanley
because I
took
just
the
mashed
first
the jump
open
button.
door on his left. Stanley
this
was
way
so
again?
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Oh, this
ago.
took me to my apartment. Is there anything else I could do instead?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Again,
I
this gives me
realize that
Fallout
investing
4
your
vibes
trust
this
in
time,
someone
actually.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that
Oh,
the story
no.
has been about nothing
Vegas.
but you
No,
all
4.
this time.
I feel like there was a big
There's someone you've
building
been
like this. I did a
neglecting,
Fallout.
Stanley.
I played a
Someone
Fallout in a
you've
room like
forgotten
this.
about. Please,
Felt this
stop
big.
trying to make every decision
I
by
remember this one.
yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside.
Yeah, there is no
to
exit
let
after
her
this, huh?
back into your life.
Have I legitimately gotten
She's
it all?
been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can.
Get stuffed.
All of his
30.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Pointing finger. All fine. I got a notification on my phone. Let's look at that. I can be stubborn too.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
They only go up from 427 though. Oh. No. Oh.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
We all heard the number he said. That one. I know the first number. I know the last number was a 5. So every door ending in 5 is going to get fondled now.
Now, back to door number 437.
Is this one?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okie dokie. I can do that. I can just... Whoa, I can get stuck in a wall.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Why do I feel like I'm about to make this man come? How did I find all of his buttons? Oh, he did tell me.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Feel a little dirty for some reason.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think we're done. I think I've done it, more or less all. Yeah. Yay. Alright, well that was fun. That was Stanley Parable. I've played the entire game now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if there's anything more. Let me know in the comments if there's something I missed. And maybe I'll come back to it. And same with Amanda the Adventurer. You know, there's definitely nothing I missed in that game. Not a single thing. There's a ton of achievements in Cabin Factory I didn't get, but I saw everything, so it really doesn't matter. But that's it for now. You guys have yourselves a wonderful night.